Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abimbola Olanipekun, and with me is
Nifemi.
she's no longer a stranger on this channel. If you've not seen our previous video, please go and watch it. I'm not going to start introducing her fresh, so get used to her face. Today, we want to talk about another topic, and it's about we want to look at coming into the UK as international students versus coming in on a work visa. We want to compare and contrast which one is better. Right? So that's what the topic today is. And yeah, so stay tuned and I hope you can learn one or two things from it. Yeah. So talking about coming in as an international student. I came in as an international student with my family in 2022. She came in 2022 on a work visa.
2023.
Was it? It's
No,
not
2022.
December.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
December
was
2022.
December 2022. I came in September. I came in December. So we both came in on different visa routes. And looking back over a year now,
Over a year.
over a year, lo mic here, madam.
Yeah. Over a
and
year.
and looking back over a year now,
Mm-hmm.
we want to like compare, reminiscing on the journey so far. Which would we have chosen if we have the opportunity to go back and make the decision afresh?
Again.
Yeah, so I would like to, should I start?
Starts, yeah, starts.
Yeah, so first I want to talk about the areas that are not too pleasant about coming in as an international student, and then she's going to compare it. Most likely it's going to be more favorable coming in as a work visa on based on those
Areas.
areas.
Yes.
So for me, coming in as an international student is very much expensive than coming in on a work visa. Reason are, you have to pay your school fees, and most schools will ask that you pay 50%. Hey, percent.
So.
Most schools will require that you pay at least 50% of your tuition fee before you come in uh into the UK. So this alone is a big expense on its own, which is not applicable when you're coming in on a work visa. So this is, I don't even want to talk about the travel, what's it called now,
Travel expenses.
travel expenses plus and other things that comes with the coming as an international student. Just that alone gives people that are coming in on a work visa an edge, because the money that you're paying for your tuition and all that, you can save it up and use it to start as a, like a foundation for you, instead of coming in and having to start all afresh and all of that. Yeah, so what do you have to say about that?
Yes, I'll say that coming in as a skilled worker, for me, if I had a choice to choose between coming in as a student or as a skilled worker, I'll choose I'll choose both.
Mm-mm.
No, but coming in as a skilled worker is quite interesting
Mm.
because immediately you come in, for me, I
Yeah.
started work 2 weeks after I arrived the UK.
All right.
There was job readily available for me.
Mm.
Let's say Abimbola and I came in the same time.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks I started working, I start earning.
Yeah.
She starts going to school and
Yeah.
starts studying.
Yeah.
So for me, as a skilled worker, you earn fast
Yeah.
than a student.
Yeah.
They earn later on,
Mm.
maybe during school,
Mm.
or some people don't work at all during school. They have a
Yeah.
good support system and they start
Yeah.
working after they graduate. But
Mm.
for you coming in as a skilled worker, you
Mm.
start work immediately. If your spouse is lucky enough, he finds a job almost
That's
immediately.
lucky enough.
Lucky enough, yeah,
Quote
because
and
it's
unquote.
not so easy to get a job
Yes.
like that. If he's lucky enough, he finds a job immediately, and before you know it, you've before you spend 6 months in the UK, you
Yeah.
will be settled to an extent
Mm.
compared to a student
Yeah.
that will be struggling with classes,
Yeah.
courses,
Yeah.
and lots more. So
And your
that's
partner
one.
might not even also get a job, but at
Yes,
least if you're coming on a work visa, and you even if your partner doesn't get a job
you're sure that the main
immediately, you're sure
applicants
that,
will get
yes,
a
you're
job
sure that at least the job that you're getting can at
and sustain
least
you for that
sustain for a
time.
while
Yes,
till he
yes,
gets the job.
true.
Yeah. But on the good side of being an international student, I would say, for coming in as an international student, I feel like it gives you room to know the environment more, because when you come in to the institution is part of the duties of the institution is to give you like an orientation class. And this orientation class, sometimes they come with excursions, they come with different things, and that will make you integrate better than somebody that is just coming in on a work visa. You don't get to know the environment, very well.
Funny enough,
Mm,
the only place you know is from your house to your work.
uh-huh.
Seriously. Except you intentionally have a social life, which
Mm,
might not come so fast
yeah.
because at that point where you just arrived, all that you want to do is to work, work, and work. So for me, attending church helped with meeting one or two people,
Mm,
but it was just centered around your house, church, and work. Your house, church, and work. That was what it was centered around for the
mm,
longest of time. Before
yeah.
I took it upon myself to say, no, why will I be in London? I don't know this place. Why will I be in London? I don't know this place. So I started going out myself on my off
Mm,
days to make sure that I
mm,
get to know places. So
mm,
that's another thing.
yeah. So at least that's a good turn for for being
Yes.
an international student.
Yes.
Right. So another thing I think we will need to address is the fact that when you're coming in as an international, wajai is
Okay.
distracting. Yeah.
Mama.
Another thing I think we need to talk about, as international students, is the fact that there is no job guaranteed for you while you're coming in. Unlike when you're coming in on a skilled worker visa, there is already a job waiting for at least one party, one person in the equation. Ṣé woman yìí ń wò wá ni?
No. Mama Jadani.
There is job available for somebody in the party, like, well, at least one of you is guaranteed a job. But when coming in as an international student, you have to hustle for the job. And one thing about the job market, being an international student, it's no small feat, because they already know, every employer already know that you cannot work more than 20 hours. And that is so limiting, in the sense that not everybody, some people say, I don't want to see that, I don't want to see that, I don't want to, and there's the job opportunities are so limited. And so you have to like hustle for it. Like everybody has to, when every other person that can do full-time job, when they've picked their own job, when they
The
finish,
remnant.
the remnant
The
is
remnant.
the remnant is what you settle for as international student most of the time. So it's really not funny. That aspect is really really not funny. And some employers, like me, I remember that the first job I did, at first the interviewer was like, I don't take students, please, if you're a student, please excuse us. And I went to meet when she made that announcement and said, but I applied online and you called me for an interview. So, and I already indicated that I want to do a part-time job. I'm coming in, I'm a student. I've already filled all of that online. So now coming in for the interview and you're telling us
No
that no
students.
student. She now, because I've already hooked that down by that statement
Yes.
of saying
And there's no and normally
yeah,
no discrimination for jobs.
exactly. So because of that, she now reconsidered and said, where do you live? She wanted to use where I live to disqualify me. So
Yes.
where do you live? I told her where I live. Fortunately for me, the company was just like 10 minutes away from
Wait,
our
nice,
house,
nice.
just 10 minute walking distance from our house. So when I told her where I live, she was like, "All right, don't worry, you sit down." She now started asking each of them, people that were living far. She now had to like use that as an excuse in a way.
To get them
Am I
off.
supposed to say this on camera? I don't know. Is it not implicating?
It's implicating because you called the name of the company.
Yeah, maybe I'll edit that out.
Yeah,
I
you
won't say
remove the
that.
name of the
Yeah.
company.
So that was the first place I worked. It was that way for me. The only reason why I was taking was because that particular company was not far away from my house.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, some other people they had already, and they, I think when after that set of interview, they changed the rules on their own side because they'd
Yeah.
already, I think maybe they made that mistake of not
Indicate,
excluding or
yeah,
indicating, so
part-time.
they didn't have a choice but to take me. But after that time, not a lot of students were taken into that organization, and these are what some of the challenges students face when it comes to getting a job. Unlike somebody coming in on a work visa, your job is already settled. Yeah, what do
Yeah,
you
I
have
would
to
like to
say?
say that one other thing I've noticed coming in as a skilled worker is the fact that you really do not have so much friends at your workplace. Even aside from your workplace, you really do not have so much friends, because when you're at work, everybody stays professional. And even if you have to discuss one or two things, you're
Mm-hmm.
careful not to go too
Talk about,
personal. You're
yes,
careful not to say some kind of things, because
yes,
with the way it is, you don't know who is who.
uh,
For the funny enough, everyone will be smiling with you, but they
yes,
must
but not
no,
everybody.
not everybody. In short, it will
They'll
be
still,
so annoying to you to find
mm,
out that somebody just reported you to your manager,
yes,
and the next minute she's all,
smiles.
"Hi,
Hello,
how are you?
you're
How was your night?"
right.
And the person just reported you. So when you are at work, you just cancel that point, that part where you have in mind that you want to have a friend.
Mm,
For me, I don't really have friends at work. My
mm,
colleagues, yes, we are cool, we are
yeah.
cordial, we talk. When anything brings us together, we do it well as a
Mm,
team. But personal like that, no, 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 no. We
mm,
don't get too personal with stuff. So, but
mm.
I think coming in as a student, you have more opportunities to
Exactly.
mingle with
That's what I want
people.
to say. That coming in as a student, you can relate with people more personally. At least I can say during my time, when I was during my time, my study time, that my 1 year master's program, I was able to make quality friends.
Mhm.
Like we went deep talking about traumas, as in deep things.
Yes,
So we're
yes,
able to like communicate or connect properly. But like you said, I also work now, and I know the way I relate with my work colleagues. It's
yes.
not
It's
as
it's always
personal.
different.
Yeah, except in the case where
Maybe a few.
a few, yeah, a few gone, it might not be up to one or two that you
Seriously.
can actually connect, because you are very careful at work, and there are some topics that are kind of controversial, which you might have an opinion that you want to share, but because you do not know the person's religion, you don't know the person's sexual orientation, you
Yes.
don't know their belief system, you don't want to talk about it because you don't know. Everybody has their own. In fact, here it is so different. You don't talk about some things because they are considered very controversial. You don't talk about
Yes.
their agenda, even
Hmm.
if they dress like
Even their
whatever,
sexuality is not
yeah,
your
sexuality,
business.
it is none of your business.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, in school, you can ask that without feeling
A type of way.
a type of way,
Hmm.
or feeling maybe you get into trouble. Nothing where anybody will
At
won't take
all.
you do for class
Yes or
now.
no?
Shey they now then they mark your script. Even lecturer cannot, may not, the lecturer that is teaching you or lecturing you is not the same one that will mark your script and all that. So nobody is concerned with whatever, you understand. So you
Yes.
are able to connect with people on a deeper level when you come in as an international student
Students.
than when you come in on a work visa, especially when you don't even know anybody. Like
Yes.
coming in, it's different if maybe you have family members that are already here,
Hmm.
and then you come to join them. That, I think that one is even different.
It's
But we're
different.
talking about coming in fresh from the off, fresh off the block. No, yeah. So that's one of the
Yeah.
things.
Then
Yeah.
one other thing that I feel is, coming in as a student,
Mm.
you're rest assured that at the end of your study, you have a degree in a course.
Yeah.
Mhm. But coming in as a skilled worker, for most of us, we went to school back home, but those certificates do not really matter too much here, because you
Exactly.
have to
They are no
study.
longer
Yeah,
relevant.
you have to study a course here to give you that ground.
Mm.
So I find it more achieving for people that come in as students
Yeah.
in that aspect, because now you have to, coming in as a skilled worker, you have to now start thinking of, despite the fact that you're working, you're getting money, you now start thinking of courses to do to enhance yourself, so that your career path can have a fast progression. Because if you just stay on that path that you came in with, you might actually stay longer than when those that came in as a student will pick up they'll go further than you. So there are disadvantages and there are advantages, but I feel like this advantage for students is a major advantage, because at least at the end of the day, you know that you have your certificate at hand and it's going to be useful. Bimbo, talk more about this because you
Yeah,
have your
so
certificate at hand.
yeah, so
Proud one.
yes, it's in a proud one. But in this area of certificates, I would also like to say that as much as it is how did you put it in your words? It's achieving.
Mhm.
It's also there are gray areas to it in the sense that it depends on what you came in to study,
Yes,
and
I
it,
know.
it depends on the level you came in with. If you come in to do a degree, I would say
Mm.
wow, 100%. But if you come in to do a master's,
Mm-hmm.
here your master's degree is like they expect that you have a foundation or a career that you like experience
In that
in
line.
that field, like
Okay.
something to give you an edge.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a doctor or a nurse from back home and you come here to do a master's program in something relating to health,
Yes.
that I would say yes is achieving.
Mm.
But if you're coming in without any experience, nothing really tangible that you can say yes, after my masters I
Mm.
can use this and this to add to my masters to get to
This
this point,
job, yeah.
I would say mm-mm, mm-mm.
But it's still a good, it's
The
still a good thing.
yes
It's
it
still a
is.
good thing.
What I would say is the course again depends. Some people come in to do a course that is not even relevant
I
in
saw
the
somebody
UK.
that came to do business management, and I'm like, from where to where? What are you managing?
So some people don't get that orientation. They come in, they do a course that is very irrelevant
Hmm.
because they just feel like, oh, the fee is cheap.
Yes.
The fee is cheap, and
Just a route to
let
Japa.
me just let me just do it so I will go out. In
Mm.
that case, I'm not sure that that one is achieving. Though
Yes.
in the long run, you can use it if you know what you are doing. If you know what you are doing,
Yeah,
you can
that's
use
true.
it. You can use it. To be honest, you can use it. Like for me now, based on the course I studied, is a very good course, but I need experience. I didn't
Mm.
come in with any experience. I did
Yes.
public health, but I did not come in with any experience. I know some of my colleagues that have graduated now, they are doing something in public health now.
Oh,
Though at the how do I put it now, like the starting phase, but at least it's better because there is a opportunity to climb up the ladder.
yes, there
Yeah,
is.
so that's what me I'm working on now, getting that, even if it's to volunteer,
Just to
to do
gather
to gather
experience.
that experience so that
Mm-hmm.
my masters can actually make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So well, in the long run we can say yes, it's still going to be achieving, but
Yes.
not in all cases.
Yes. Yes. True.
Not in all cases,
True.
yeah. Another point that I would like to talk about under coming in as an international student is the fact that your stay in the country after your course is not guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
It isn't. After, if you're doing a master's program, for instance, if after your course you don't get a sponsorship job, like a good job, and the next option you have is to go and do a
Postgraduate.
postgraduate route, which they are still reviewing at the moment. I'm thinking they might scrap it because they're already deliberating on
Scrapping it.
stopping the post study work visa.
Really.
Yes. So they are still contemplating on canceling that.
Mm.
So but yeah, but your stay in the country is not as guaranteed, except you get except you do the post study or you
You get
get
a
a
sponsorship.
sponsorship. But if you come in as a work visa, if your work visa says 5 years, you
You
are
know that for the next
that
5 years you are
5 years
covered.
you are covered, except if village people want to do your own.
Mm-hmm.
I
Or
can't misbehave.
yes, yes.
But you too, you will not want to misbehave now. You will not
Misbehave care.
yeah, you will not want to, except if you break laws that do things that are contrary to your visa rules and all of that, which somebody you're already aware that if I do this, it will contravene my visa
Visa.
rules, contradict my visa. So you yourself you not want to do it. But a student, it's not guaranteed.
Yeah,
So
that's another
that's
point.
a very big
Like
difference.
for
That's a
for
very
most
big
students now, I
difference.
find them for most students now, when they are close to graduating, you see most
Mm.
of them running elter
Yeah, the
skelter. Some
pressure.
people are looking for sponsorship. Some people
Yeah.
are looking for how to gather money to
Mm.
pay for postgraduate
Yeah.
if they don't get that. But when you come in as a skilled worker, you're relaxed. Like if you have a 3 years
Yeah.
COS sponsorship, or you
Mm.
have a 5 years sponsorship, you're aware that okay, after 3 years, maybe you extend for 2 years. Because for
Mm.
now, when you stay for 5 years, I don't know if it will
Mm.
change later, you are
Yeah.
eligible to apply for your LIR. That's
ILR.
ILR, that's
Yeah.
your indefinite leave to remain.
Women. Yeah.
So imagine that you know that for the next 5 years you're settled. You're
Yeah.
not looking for money to pay for this or to pay for that. So
Yeah.
it's very relaxing. But for them, most of the time, after their course, you see them running elter skelter, looking for money or
Mm.
looking for job sponsorship and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really, really like that period is the pressure. You don't even want to know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to know because I went through it. The job, the trust I work with, the NHS trust I work with. Initially, they said they were not giving sponsorship for my
Wow.
band. So I came into that job because I wanted to get experience. And I
Yes.
feel like because I'm doing public health, I can take one or two experience from there, you know, because I have healthcare setting experience. It's easy for
Yes.
me to go into public health. That was why I took the job because
Mm-hmm.
I wanted that experience. But fortunately for me, things changed and they started giving sponsorship.
Oh,
Even
nice.
though now things have changed
They've
again,
stopped
they've
again.
stopped again.
Ah, wahala dey.
It's so crazy
Wahala
because
dey.
they've increased like the amount you must earn before you can qualify.
Yes, yes,
So
that's
that
true.
has affected some
Oh,
people.
ah,
Yeah, it
sorry.
has
Hey,
affected some people.
it's not
So
easy.
like I said, my own is just I've not even talked about this like on like I've not talked
Mm,
about my work visa story, but it's a story of grace. I will not
yes,
even
it's
lie.
God,
It's
it's God,
just God.
it's
It's
God.
just God because
It's
when
not
I
easy.
came in, I didn't come in with the mind of getting. I was even looking for sponsorship
While you were there.
while I was there.
Wow.
I was applying. In fact, I don't even want to go deep into the application. Like applying to anywhere I see that they are giving COS like this.
You just apply.
I was just applying, even till Scotland though.
Wow. You were ready to relocate.
Yes, now what
Wow.
will I be waiting for after my studies? I was ready to relocate to wherever as long as they'll give me, that sponsorship to
Mm,
continue working with my experience and my master's degree. So,
I think
Kila
that's
sọ
it.
débẹ̀. Yeah.
Guarantee where your
Yeah,
student
yeah,
guarantee.
yeah, yes.
And one funny thing about abroad, not just the UK, is the fact that their policies change per time. And when you're lucky to come in, when they say come with family, come with this, please come with them.
Mm,
Because as at now, as at when we're filming this video, students no longer come with their partners.
yeah.
You that you are studying, you're the only one, or you're the only person, you're the only person that will come.
Yeah,
They no longer accept dependents for students.
yeah.
Even coming as a skilled worker, there's a level that you have
Yes.
to attain for you to be able to come with your family. So at the
Yeah.
end of the day, these two routes, coming as a as a student or coming as a skilled worker, still have their advantages and disadvantages in themselves.
Yeah.
So policies have changed. You can't come with your dependent again. Things are just changing every day. So if you plan to still relocate to the UK or anywhere in the world, I learned that Canada as well have stopped dependent from working. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I learned that they've stopped dependent from working. You can come with your dependent, but they can't work for a certain period of time, if I'm not wrong. Because I heard
Mm,
someone talk about it. So every country, they are changing policies per time because it looks like if they open an opportunity, we all rush it. So they're trying to limit the numbers of people that come into their
yeah.
country every time. So the
Which is
policies
normal
change.
because the way we are seeing the UK as one fantastic place that Nigerians are flocking in, let me say Africans are flocking in.
Mhm.
A lot of people are leaving the UK for
Yes,
greener
they
pasture
are
as
leaving
well.
the UK,
So it's not we're
Canada
not
to the
yeah, so
US.
we're not even citizens.
Mm-hmm.
They are leaving to
Yes.
other places. I've
Ah,
met colleagues that are like, after I finish this, I'm going to Australia to continue this. The sun there is better, the weather there is
it's
better,
better.
the pay is better.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody generally, humans generally, this is not even
We are
about whether
evolving.
you
We
are
are
a
looking
kidney.
for better
Everybody is
opportunities.
seeking. That's one thing about life. is just common to the human race.
Mm-hmm.
We are all looking for a better. Even animals, they migrate during seasons.
They do.
When the season is favorable, they move to another place. So it is just it's a order of life. So whenever the opportunity comes,
Grab it.
take it. Bamu.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you take it and then run with it wherever, because everything is changing.
It's
That's one
changing.
thing that is very constant in
Even our
life.
country is changing.
Yeah.
Right now, go to change
Yeah,
gun
exactly.
compared to how it was before. So
Yeah,
everywhere is changing. So
everywhere is
if you
changing
have the opportunity,
everywhere.
grab it and run with it.
Yes, yes, right. I think we've done justice to this. Thank you so much for watching this video. If
Thank
you have
you.
other comments, opinions, please don't put it don't if you have comments and opinions, please don't forget to put it in the comment section below, and we will be happy to read your comments. If you've enjoyed this video and can relate very well with it, please don't forget to like
Subscribe,
this is like, sorry,
like.
I said like.
No, don't
Don't be
unlike
like this,
you.
or like.
Like, subscribe.
Subscribe if you
Yeah,
haven't, and we'll see you next time.
in our
Bye
videos.
bye.